Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Lala and you're watching Lala Level Up. As you can see by the title, I'm going to be getting into a story time about the time where he had me messed up. But before we get into that, make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel, make sure you leave a comment, let me know that you're here, and thumbs up. Did I say that? Yeah, thumbs up the video. All right, y'all. Boom. All right. So let me tell you how this really went down. So this was a story time back when I was dating this guy. And at this time, our relationship was actually pretty rocky. I mean, it was rocky like the whole time, but during this time, it was kind of rocky, right? And we had went out to a Chinese restaurant. He picked this restaurant. He said it's his favorite restaurant. He goes there all the time, whatever, Chinese buffet. So me and him, we went together and I'm hungry. We had like just smoked on the way there. So girl, you already know I'm ready to eat. I'm ready to get down. They had a whole bunch of good food. It was actually a pretty good buffet. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. They had a lot of options, good options. So they're pretty fresh. And you know, sometimes the thing with buffets is they could be a little tricky, or unsanitary, but this one was actually pretty good. So it's unfortunate that the events that took place because I would have liked to go there again. So we get our food and then we come back to the table. And at the buffet, you know, the waitress, she really just comes around to make sure you're good, fill up the drinks, whatever. You don't really need to come around like that because you're not giving us food. We're getting our own food because it's the buffet. So you really only around to be getting us drinks and we not that thirsty. So the waitress, she just kept coming around. And at first I really wasn't paying too much mind, but then I started clocking it. And I'm like, yo, like, why is she coming around so frequently? Then I started paying attention to her and the way she was acting and the way she was looking, and him as well. So I started looking at her and she's like staring at my man at the time, up and down, like she wanted to him right then and there. I'm like, yo, am I tripping or not? Like, and at first I think it's just her. I'm not even peeping him. So I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? Like, you gotta be kidding me, right? So at first she was very subtle about it. Like, it was just like her being overly friendly, or she would come over a couple times and like always just talk to him. And I'm looking at her and like she's like looking at him. And I'm like, I think this girl is really trying to try me right now. And I'm not even really trying to go there with her or him up in this restaurant, but I will if need be. Why are you trying me? Now looking back, well, before we get into that, at the end I'm gonna tell you my lesson. But right now, I'm just going to stick to what it is. So, yeah, from girl to goddess for sure. Yeah, we're going to get into that at the end of the video. But I was like, yeah, I think she really got me messed up and I'm trying to keep it together. But then there was this one point where she came over and she was really, really staring at him. Like she wanted to take him down, like up and down. And he's not even clocking her. So I'm like so pressed at this point. Because I'm like, you really tried me. And I should have just, I'll talk about it more at the end, but I really should have just left. But I was like, felt so disrespected by this waitress because you're literally staring right in front of me and you're literally just flirting with my man. Like, you really got me messed up. So I had like got up from the seat I was sitting in. I walked over to the waitress who was at her hostess stand. And I said, you okay? She said, huh? I said, are you okay? Because I really think you got me fucked up right now. And I'm really not even trying to go there with you. I said, if you look at my man one more time, I'm going to slap the fuck out of you. And then I go walk back over to the seat. And I'm like telling my man at the time, I'm like, we got to go. Like, I cussed her out. You never put her in her place. You don't see her looking at you like that. Like, we out. Like, let's go. And he's being a dumbass, still trying to sit there and eat food. I'm like, nigga, I just cussed out this girl. So then after I cussed her out, one of the waitresses who had a bit of balls comes over trying to defend her, like, you don't speak to her like that. She's a young girl. I think she was, I don't know how old, but she was young. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck how old she is because she acting grown. So I'm gonna talk to her like she grown. So I'm still talking my shit and not giving a shit about it. And then I'm still telling this dude, like, let's go. So we end up going, or they end up threatening to call the police. And I'm like, bro, we out. He ends up getting mad at me, talking about, oh, I'm on probation. Yeah, I know, dating a bum nigga on probation. I'm on probation. I don't want them to be calling the cops. This is my favorite Chinese food place, and you cussing out the waitress. I'm like, you don't see the way she was looking at you? He's like, no, acting real stupid about it. And I'm like, yeah, you tried me, she tried me, everybody tried me, and yeah, I'm done. So I was so aggravated, and then later on, we end up getting into an argument, even more, me and this dude, and he ended up coming out and telling me that he was staring at the girl too, like letting her feel like it was okay for her to be doing the most like she was doing, and I didn't even peep it. So I'm like, you had me cussing out this girl when you was really leading her on or just being mad weird about it. So I was so freaking tight. I'm like, yo, like, for one, I look dumb, and I look dumb because of me, because you didn't make me do that. But at the same time, like, I shouldn't even be with somebody, I shouldn't be dating someone who makes me feel so insecure that I need to be coming up out of my seat to go addressing the next girl. Like, that is so lame, for real. Like, and that's a lesson that I learned too. Like, for one, if I'm ever in a situation like that too, where a man or a waitress, whoever, is blatantly disrespecting me, I'm not staying in that situation. Like, I can say something about it, I can call it out, but I also need to leave, because I need to leave. And I don't even necessarily need to call it out. Like, I could just be out. Like, I would never put myself in a situation like that again. I would never date another person like that ever again, who would put me in a situation, would be staring at some girl, to be making her feel comfortable, to be doing that, to be initiating some weird interaction with some weird waitress that you don't even know while I'm sitting right across from you. Like, how disrespectful are you? Completely. And I just feel like, yeah, that's lame, and I would never even put myself in a situation or date a type of person like that, or date a nigga who on probation talking about, I don't want the cops to get called because I'm on probation. Like, what kind of weird, low vibrating bum shit is that? But let me not talk shit about everyone on probation, because I know some people go through things, but I'm not dating no man on probation. That's just me. Okay, all right. So that's that on that. That's on the time that he had me really messed up, because he's sitting there flirting with the waitress and then had me cussing her out. Or I had myself cussing her out because I'm sitting here insecure, because I'm feeling like y'all got me fucked up. So that was dumb. I would never do that again. So from girl to goddess, for real, because that was a little girl, and as a goddess, I would not ever go back and be doing nothing like that ever again. But even so, like, I just felt so disrespected that for me, I felt like that was the only thing I could do. Cuss his ass out and cuss her ass out too. So let me know what you think about this video. I know it was a little ratchet, but I'm not gonna lie, this really did happen. So let me know your thoughts. And as always, you can be, do, and have whatever you desire. You are limitless. Until next time, Lala, level up.